Indiana Fever fans are growing increasingly vocal in their call for legendary basketball icon Cheryl Miller to take over as head coach, driven by mounting frustration with current coach Stephanie White. Many believe White has failed to fully capitalize on the generational talent of Caitlin Clark, both in strategy and player protection. The criticism extends beyond wins and losses. Fans argue that Clark's unique abilities are being misused, and that she's consistently exposed to unnecessary physical harm. Cheryl Miller's name is being raised not just out of nostalgia, but due to her extraordinary basketball legacy, coaching experience, and commanding presence. Supporters believe Miller could instill much-needed structure, intensity, and leadership into a young and evolving Fever squad. Clark's early WNBA career has been marred by repeated instances of rough play, from being poked in the eye by J.C. Sheldon to being shoved by Marina Mabrey, sparking concern among fans and her former college coach Lisa Bluder. Bluder has publicly criticized the WNBA's failure to protect Clark, urging the league to implement stricter rules and harsher penalties for excessive physicality. For many, this isn't just poor officiating, it reflects a systemic failure to protect one of the league's brightest stars. Without stronger enforcement from the league, players like Caitlin Clark remain vulnerable, something that could ultimately damage the WNBA's credibility and hinder its growth. Fans have pointed specifically to teams like the Connecticut Sun, accusing them of employing overly aggressive tactics that seem more like targeted harassment than fair competition. Amid this growing concern, Indiana Fever fans are becoming increasingly vocal in their call for legendary basketball icon Cheryl Miller to take over as head coach. Their frustration with current coach Stephanie White stems from what they see as a failure to fully harness Clark's generational talent, both strategically and in terms of player protection. For these fans, the issue goes beyond wins and losses. It's about mismanaging a once-in-a-generation player and allowing her to be consistently subjected to dangerous physical play. Cheryl Miller's name is being championed not just out of nostalgia, but because of her extraordinary basketball resume, coaching pedigree, and commanding leadership style. Supporters believe she could bring the structure, intensity, and accountability needed to guide a young, evolving Fever squad. Clark's early WNBA journey has already been stained by incidents such as being poked in the eye by J.C. Sheldon and shoved by Marina Mabrey, episodes that have sparked outrage among fans and concern from her former college coach, Lisa Bluder, who has openly criticized the league's lack of protection for its rising star. These incidents have raised serious concerns among fans, and even Caitlin Clark's former college coach, Lisa Bluder. Bluder has publicly criticized the WNBA for failing to protect its rising star and has urged the league to implement harsher penalties for excessive physicality, including technical fouls, ejections, and substantial fines. For many, this issue goes beyond poor officiating. It signals a systemic failure to safeguard one of the league's most valuable players. Without meaningful enforcement, Clark and others remain vulnerable, putting not only their health at risk, but also the league's reputation and long-term growth. Teams like the Connecticut Sun are frequently cited by fans for employing overly aggressive tactics that, in their view, cross the line from competitive defense to targeted harassment.